Andrew McCART, IFL TV in association with MTK Global. Delighted to be joined by my good friend, Mr. Eaton. Lee, it's been a while since I've seen you, mate. I've actually missed that face. Believe it or not, I've actually missed that face, and I love the haircut.
My old quarantine haircut, mate. Having a little go, got bored, so thought I'd shave it myself. How you been?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. How's you and the family? You keeping safe, keeping well?
All good, mate. All good. Just obviously been locked down for ages now. Well, obviously since I think it was the 18th of March I've been in. So golden contract fight week. So when we got canned and told no go, so we've been indoors ever since.
It's going for a weird time at the moment, isn't it? I mean, it's just one of them ones, like, everything's on hold, and I've seen like people posting stuff on Instagram, the quarantine life and that, but it's been almost a month and I'm struggling, and I know the type of personality you've got that sort of, I hope you don't mind me saying, like a hyperactive, busybody type personality, man. You must be struggling with this.
Badly, very, very badly. Yeah, I just end up walking about the house, just literally trying to do nothing. But hang on, this is what I've got to put up with.
Reg, what are you doing?
He's an absolute loon. The mini Lee Eaton, what do you expect?
Exactly, keeps you busy, mate. Well, let's talk a little bit of boxing. I mean, the golden contract was meant to go ahead. I think it was a light heavyweight.
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah, 20th of March.
How much of a signal was that? I know there was talk about you up until maybe, was it the Tuesday of fight week that was going ahead?
Yeah, well, listen, we had good conversations with the British Border Control. We had good conversations with the fighters, Sky, everything like that. And we was all ready to go behind closed doors. We was happy. The only thing we struggled with was getting the doctors. And then when we couldn't get the doctors, the British Border Control pulled it. But we wanted to go behind closed doors and get it done, just so we can have the finals. When we start up, we can go 3 finals. But at the minute, we've still got a semi-final and 2 finals. But yeah, no, it was just about to start for the media workout, and the press conference was going to start at 1:30. I think we got a phone call about midday to say nope.
When are you hoping? I know nobody knows what's going on at the moment. Like, it's all up in there. But when are you hoping to get like things back on the?
You know what? When it first all happened and stuff like that, and I thought, oh no, do you know what? We'll be quiet. I reckon golden contract final, 26th of June was planning. I think we'll be all right. Even if we done it behind closed doors, obviously having Sky and stuff like that, we could have done it behind closed doors. Wouldn't have been ideal because you always want supporters there, don't you? But obviously, to get it done and to get live sport on, I thought we'd be all right. But the more it goes on, I'm struggling to see anything happening in June. And just any live sport, it's just getting. It's just every day it goes on, you're thinking, hang on a minute, the amount of deaths that are happening, the amount of cases and stuff like that. It's just it gets hard, doesn't it?
Definitely. Well, you've had a lot of time in your hands, Lee, as a promoter and stuff like that. You must be, I don't know if you have, but you must have thought to yourself, like, these are the fights I want to make. What fights are you hoping to see or hoping to make in your NTK stable? What fights are you hoping to make this year?
Do you know what? I've made probably about 30 different bills over the last thing, and then I just sit there and screw it all up, because you can't even do nothing. You literally cannot do anything. It's just so hard at the minute. So, but this. Just there's loads of fights that obviously I'm looking forward to the golden contract finals. Jazza Dickens versus Ryan Walsh, Tyrone McKenna versus Ahara Davis. I'd like to see Michael McKinson in a proper career-defining fight, in a proper 50-50, someone who's going to come and test him.
He deserves it, doesn't
he? Yeah, he does deserve it. He's quietly been plodding away on headlining the bills on the IFL streams and stuff like that, and ESPN shows, and he's beat some good fighters. So now he needs that career-defining fight, a big name, even if it was an American and stuff like that. He needs something like that. I'd like to see Dan Aziz challenge for the British title. A fight I quite like at the minute is Sam Gilly versus Shaquille Day. Once Shaquille Day's got his...
I think I've seen that. Did you not do that on your Instagram question thing?
A few people have asked for it, but obviously Shaquille Day needs to come back and get a win. And then, yeah, upstairs. Go upstairs. Go upstairs. She's watching telly upstairs. Yeah, so there's loads of in-house fights we want to see. Just now, Paddy Gallagher just messaged me when what about me versus Lenny Fuller, because he see I shared something versus Lenny Fuller. That's a good fight. Lenny's a good friend of mine, and he's fought on our shows before, so that could easily be made. There's loads of literally bundles of good fights out there to be made, and like I've seen Eddie Hearn say in a lot of interviews, when we come back, people are going to just want to jump in because they're going to want to be noticed, because obviously no sport and stuff like that. I think he's right. I think there's going to be some really good fights to be made straight away. Boys, there's a lot of boys in the gym already, training and that. I know a lot of them are out on the beer and stuff like that, but like us. But
brandy, mate. Where's the brandy?
Mate, listen, the brandy's been caned. I've even sold the whole shop, that local shop out around the corners of me. But yeah, no, listen, there's some really good. Some of the boys are like obviously still training and ticking over and stuff like that. So I'd like to see a card before the end of summer, even if it's behind closed doors. I'd like to see a show just to get boxing back, really.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there. I've got my finger crossed for that anyway. Do you think, obviously, with the Golden Contract and the semi-finals and finals and all the MTK shows that have been on, the Belfast one with Sean McCormick, Craig Evans, the Glasgow one that was meant to happen on April 11th, all these shows that have sort of like been cancelled and postponed, can we like all crammed in? If we get to go ahead in the summer to start putting the shows up again, can you see all these shows?
Well, I've booked your call. I've booked your call for every Friday in July. I've booked every single week, just in case. Yeah, just in case. I was like, boom. I want them dates. Yeah. So listen, we're working behind the scenes. We've got dates in different venues, in different areas and stuff like that. So if we get a phone call from Robert Smith's, hang on, does that fuck that up?
Yeah, just your name comes along the screen. It's fine.
Should I turn calls off? Will that affect it?
No, that's fine. It's fine. Just goes a black screen and says Lee, and it's all right. I can still hear you. You can still talk.
All right. Yeah, as soon as we get that phone call from Robert Smith to say, look, boxing's back, if it's behind closed doors, we're ready to go. We'll have a bill done, even if it's a week's notice. We'll have something going. We're ready to go. We're working behind the scenes to have that done. Obviously, you've got Ian Ritchie. He's working hard behind the scenes of getting all the venues and possible dates and stuff like that. So we're not just sitting about doing nothing. Well, I ain't really got much to do because to work out my main job is obviously matching fights and putting bills together and stuff like that. And at the minute, there's not much you can do. So.
Well, you can sort of match fights that might. I saw a question on your Instagram. Somebody said about who's going to be the world champion first between Carl Frampton and McConnell. I wanted to speak with your thoughts on that. Who do you feel is going to be the next world champion coming up?
Well, no, they asked me who's going to be the next Irish world champion.
Oh, right.
And that's what I've said. Obviously, Frampton, I believe Frampton fights Jamal Hearn. This is a very, 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 very tough fight. But listen, the class of Frampton, obviously he's already a two-weight world champion. He's an unbelievable fighter, so it's definitely possible it can happen. Obviously, Heron's been beat before as well, so he's not a very unbelievable fighter who won't get beat. He can be beat, and if anybody can do it, it's Carl Frampton. But obviously, depending on time and stuff, timings and stuff like that, when that's going to happen. But obviously, if the WBO, Mick Conlan's WBO #1. So if that title comes up or Mick's ready to pounce on that, ready to go.
Well, that's Shaquille Stevenson, isn't it? There's talks about him moving up.
Yeah, but yeah, there's loads of talks of him moving up and stuff like that. So we'll just have to see. But obviously that's down to Jamie Condon and Top Rank and stuff like that. But obviously I was just answering the question about obviously the next Irish world champion. It would either be one of them two, I believe.
Definitely. Well, your sort of stable of fighters that people might not know of. Like you mentioned Mickinson there, like people might not know him, but who's the next one coming through that could be like the British champion? Stable, the people that you control.
Reg, shush, please.
He's a madman.
Listen, there's loads of fighters in the MTK stable. One of my favourites at the minute, obviously, he's an absolute crank. Is Sean McComb. He's a very, very, very good fighter, and the fights he's took so far in under 10 fights is unbelievable. So I think Sean can go on and win major titles. Gary Cully is another very talented fighter. You've got Pierce O'Leary, obviously Michael McKinson, Dan Aziz, Sam Gilly. The list goes. If you've got to look at it, Lee McGregor really is still a prospect. He's under 10 fights, I think. Is he still?
9 fights.
So, yeah, exactly. So, like, there's so many good fights. Obviously, Kieran Smith will go on. He needs to have a proper fight. I'd like the Anthony Fowler fight. That's been ordered. Obviously, it's been put back due to thing, but I like that fight. I think for Kieran, I think it's a great fight. I think Kieran would be up for that.
Kieran Smith needs a big name now. I think he needs that sort of stuff.
Yeah. But look, obviously, we've got loads of fighters coming through. JJ Metcalf, Sam Maxwell, Troy Williamson, Sonny Edwards, he'll win a world title. Charlie Edwards come back. There's just so many fighters in the MTK stable. I've missed so many. Another one, massive talent, Dennis McCann. Oh. He'll moan at me if I miss him. I missed him the other day after the thing. He messaged me straight away when I thought we was friends. But yeah, listen, there's loads of. Obviously, Jay Harris is going to fight for a world title again. Andrew Selby. It just goes on. We've got such a big stable, and there's so many quality fighters. I believe there's going to be a lot of MTK world champions in the next 12 to 18 months.
Exciting times ahead for MTK. Like even established fighters that we've got Josh Taylor, who just signed with MTK. He's going for the undisputed.
If you have a look in the light welterweight division, yeah, we've got 11 of the top 15 in BoxRec.
Oh, really?
11 of the top 15 in BoxRec are MTK fighters.
I would say.
Well, the first six are us.
This is Britain or world? This is just in Britain, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, this is just in Britain, yeah.
Yeah. So who would it be? It'll be.
So it goes Josh Taylor, Jack Catterall, mate. Now you.
John McCall, Sam Maxwell, Tyrell McKenna.
Yeah, Bahara Davis, Danny Darko, Kieran Geffen's in there, Lewis Ritson.
Jeez.
Yeah, he's 11 of the top 15, which is unbelievable.
That's good stuff. I want to talk about, like, we were out in Dallas a week before the Tyson Fury fight and stuff.
Yeah.
I think I asked you this question, but I'm just going to reiterate it. What's your thoughts on Tyson Fury? Do you want to see the trilogy with Wilder, or are you one of them ones that want to just jump in?
No, I'd rather him go straight into the Joshua fight. But that's just me as a fan. But I know he's contracted, and obviously, if the money's there, I don't think he'll do as well with pay-per-views this time.
No.
I don't think so. Reggie, leave the dog alone. Yeah, I don't think he'll do it as well with the pay-per-views this time, because obviously people are going to think, yeah, it's just going to be another demolition job. After what he done last time, it's going to be a very, very hard sell.
You were out in Texas. You seen the show with Eddie Hearn and Jay Harris.
Yeah.
I want to ask you a couple of questions though. Your favourite sort of show that you've promoted, your favourite sort of fight that you've promoted, and so on and so forth. So what is the favourite show that you've been a part of?
This is an easy one. This is Mick Conlon's Falls Park. That one, I can't see that being beaten for a long time. Yeah, Falls Park, unbelievable. I was standing in the ring during Mick Conlon's ring walk, and I just got absolutely spine tingling. Unbelievable. Like, it's the best atmosphere I've ever seen in my life. I'm not saying it was the best fight with it wasn't, but it was still just the atmosphere and all that. It was just unbelievable.
Best fight you've witnessed? Promoted, sorry.
You know what? It's so hard to remember them all, but obviously Stephen Wall versus Liam Conroy, Lee McGregor versus Cash Farouk, Jazza Dickens versus Lee Wood the other week. There's so many big, good fights that was like crackers that I can't remember every single one. I really should keep a note of them, really. But it's mad. Like, how many? Because if you think about it, how many shows we've promoted in the last 3 years, is like I think we done 31 shows last year.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to play a little game with you then, Lee, since I'm bored and we're in lockdown and stuff like that. Right? I'm going to name a promoter, and I want you to use maybe 3 or 4 words to describe that promoter. Ready?
Oh, give over. Come off it. Go on.
Ready? Eddie Hearn.
Gift of the Gab. Sell Weiss to Eskimo. Very clever. Different gravy, isn't he?
Different gravy. That's a good one, mate. That's a good one.
Yeah, no, this obviously Eddie's doing what he's doing at the minute. He's producing the goods, so yeah, that's all.
Frank Warren.
Do you know what? Frank Warren, no matter what happens in box, he always comes back and produces the goods. Very smart. God, this is hard. You know what, with Frank, one thing he's very good at, he's bringing a fighter through from debut up and producing champions, stuff like that. So very, very obviously very good at stuff like that.
This one should be easy for you. Bob Arum.
Absolute legend. I'm proper fanboy of Bob Arum. Even to the when we was in Kazakhstan, he was the last one out. Everyone else was in bed, and he was still out partying. He's an absolute legend.
He is a legend.
Yeah, listen, unbelievable what he's still doing at the age he is.
Calisound.
Keep
it cleanly.
Very, very funny. Obviously, very clever businessman. Great crack. Just loves boxing.
Yeah, Eaton.
Absolute legend.
I knew you'd say that, you bad. What you got plans for the rest of the day then, Lee? You just gonna? What do you do?
No, just obviously just indoors with little man while he's eating the whole snack drawer at the minute. But
all his Easter eggs and stuff, aye.
Yeah, but no, just obviously just chilling out, cracking on really, mate. I've got a couple of things to do, a couple of phone calls to make, but there ain't a lot to go do at the minute, is there?
You missing Big Ian? You spoke to Ian?
I'm on the phone. Reggie, I'm on the phone. Yeah, in a minute. He wants crackers.
He gets crackers. You're all crackers. You're missing.
Yeah, but no, there's not much to do, mate. Just obviously you got to get everyone. Just got to keep positive and keep cracking on, going through it, haven't you? Hopefully, within the next couple of weeks, they'll start relaxing things and we can get out. Might have a couple of brandies.
I'm shocked at that. I wouldn't think that you would have brandies, mate. You know.
No, I might have one or two.
What were you drinking the other day that you were down in? What was that?
Martell, brandy and Diet Coke.
Oh, really? And you were sinking it like that?
Well, they're doubles as well. Yeah, big. I got to do a couple of more. I got to do a couple of more today.
Madman.
Right. Shush.
Who are you missing the most? You must be missing Big Ian.
Ian, unbelievably miss him. Do you know what? I'm proper missing Ian. Just for him to moan at me. It's not normal at the minute. No moaning. I just miss boxing at the minute. Do you know what I mean? Just being like that, the hotel life, being away.
Yeah.
You know, we're away so much, and just to spend so much time indoors, it's just that. Do you know what I mean? But it is what it is. We hopefully in a few weeks we can get cracking. By the end of summer we'll be back doing shows, doing what we do best.
I hear you for that. Well, Neil, it looks like you've got a busy day ahead. Your wee man's running riot in that house a bit.
He's on me.
Got that kitchen upside down, so I'll let you well, listen, I'll try and give you another call during the week, man, because like I say, I'm bored. You're bored, so I might give you another call the week or something.
Yeah, no worries. Anytime, mate. Good to speak to you, yeah? Take care.
Stay
safe.
Stay safe.
Bye, mate.
Thank you.
Bye.